Good morning, viewers. Today we're working on a 2020 Honda CR-V with the 1.5 liter turbocharged engine. This particular CR-V has all-wheel drive, and we are just going to be servicing the rear differential today. Now on this particular Honda, it takes the dual pump 2 fluid, so you will be needing about 2 bottles of these. It's 1 liter each, and this vehicle is long overdue. It's about just over 101,000 kilometers. I believe the service interval is roughly around 80 kilometers, if I'm not mistaken. I will double check the service interval, and I will put it somewhere on the screen for you guys to see. So along with the 2 liters of the dual pump fluid, the Honda dealer, they just they taped up the fill and the drain gaskets, so you will be needing these as well, the drain and the fill. So I will post the part numbers on the screen and in the description and in the comments section. Now it's very imperative to use the genuine Honda stuff because this is a specific fluid. I know that they have some aftermarket fluids available as well, but this is not very expensive. This is probably like $20 or just under $20 Canadian each per liter. It's only you only need 2 liters, 2 bottles. This takes about 1.2 liters approximately, but you need a tiny bit more to fill it up and to check the level accurately. So because that this does not cost all that much, and you are only doing the service every once in a long while, it's not really all that expensive. So just make sure to use the Honda genuine stuff just to be on the safe side. Okay, enough talking for me. Let's get started now on this. So now I have the vehicle jacked up on level ground. So I'm just going to be draining the differential fluid now. So now I have the rear end on jack stands just on the subframe. So that's safe to place the jack stand here on the subframe. And I've also placed the jack stand the same way on this side as well. I'm just working on the rear end, so I'm not going to be working in the front. So I just put jack stands in the rear, and because I'm just doing the service. So on the driver's side, or on the left side, you have the 3/8 inch square drive bolt or fill plug over here, and then we have the drain plug on the other side, on the passenger side, on the right side over here. You have the drain plug on this side, which is the same 3/8 drive drain plug. So I'm just gonna grab a long 3/8 ratchet and a small adapter. You can do this without this adapter, but I think it works a lot better if you're able to reach or not. If not, then you will need to take this off in order to gain access to that. So always open up the fill plug first before you open up the drain plug, because in case for any reason you cannot open up the fill plug, then there won't be a way to fill up the differential. You can also use a small hammer to tap to make sure that you're inside all the way, so you don't round off the square plug. So we're just going to break it free now. So we're just going to break it free. Make sure you have a drain pan to catch the fluid. So this is the fill plug. We are going to replace the washers in just a moment. And now we are going to loosen up and remove the drain plug now. If for any reason you can't get inside there, you can just use a little pick to clean out the dirt before you proceed. During the first service, the fill and the drain plugs will be on extremely tight, so you gotta make sure that you're all the way in, otherwise it's possible to round off or to strip out the plugs. So I'm going to let this drain out, and meanwhile, as you are draining the fluid, you can clean off all of the metal shavings that's been collected onto the magnet of the plug. So I'm just going to let this drain for some time. We are going to clean up the drain plugs and replace the washers or the drain gaskets. So we are going to be washing, cleaning the drain plugs, and we're going to be replacing the drain plugs. There's one large and one smaller drain plug, so make sure you put them in the correct ones. This one is the fill plug, so that's going to be the large washer. The large washer goes here, and then we have the drain plug, which is the smaller washer. Smaller washer is going to go in here. And I'm just going to grab some brake cleaner to wash the metal debris down. And to give it a good clean. There will always be a little bit of metallic debris collected onto the magnet during regular wear and tear. So if there's a little bit of buildup, it's not too much of a concern. It's regular wear and tear from all of the friction and everything that's going on inside the differential. So now the differential is all done draining, and you probably want to clean off the area if there's any dirt, and just the area inside here if you want, if there's any dirt, and just reinstall the drain plug. Make sure that the washer is on there so that it does not leak. And I will post the torque specifications on the screen if you want to torque this. Me, I just do the German method, the guten tight. It's a good and tight, and you're good. Usually these things are around like 30 or 35 foot-pounds or something like that. So I'm just going to tighten this up a little bit. You don't want to over tighten it because this is aluminum. I'm just gonna use a hammer to get this out. There we go. We are just going to wash the area down with brake cleaner. I'm gonna wash the area down now. And then now we are going to proceed to fill it up. So now I'm just going to fill up the differential. I'm just using a syringe, type of syringe. I will post a link in the description if you want one. I think this is by Mityvac. So anyhow, I'm just going to fill it up. This just fills up the syringe up, extractor tool or whatever you want to call it. So we just squeeze it out from the bottle and then and fill up the differential. It's hard to show everything on camera because there's not enough space working here on the floor. So you're gonna have to go very slowly to get the fluid in because you don't want to spill any fluid. Some differentials you have to go very slowly to fill it up. So I'm just going to keep on filling it up. I don't know if I mentioned earlier in the video that you need to keep the vehicle on to level ground to check the level accurately. So if we need to adjust the vehicle, I will adjust it, and I'll show you on how I do that after I'm done filling up the differential. So I have almost 1 liter inside the diff. So I'm just going to continue to fill it up until fluid comes out of there. A steady stream of fluid comes out. I believe that's just the spillage from the diff, so we don't have a steady stream yet. This diff, I believe it takes 1.2 liters. I will put the capacity specifications on the screen for you guys to see. I think it's like 1.2 or something. The dealer told me roughly like 1.5, so it's going to vary slightly. I'm just approaching close to 1.5 now. I think it's just approximate. I actually had to use a little bit of fluid to clean out the device because I had some other fluids in there. So I typically use some fluid to clean out the tool because I don't want to contaminate it with anything else. I think we have approached now. We have reached the top of the fill hole now, so I believe that should be good. I'm just going to fill it up a little bit more. Okay. So I'm going to close it up now, and then we are going to check the level. I just want to make sure that I'm on level ground, or that the vehicle is leveled properly. So usually I typically use a digital leveler gauge that's like this. It tells you the level in degrees. So typically I like to put it somewhere on where it's flat, because this is aluminum. It won't stick. Like if I put it onto the axle, it might stick. So over here it's showing 0.85 degrees approximately. Yeah, so it sticks. It's like a magnet. So this is 1.35 degrees. You won't be able to get it 100% perfectly to zero, because ideally you want it uh, at zero or close to zero, because there is a little bit of tolerance, like 1 or 2 degrees off is probably okay. It's not that big of a deal. So this looks okay, 1.35 degrees. I'm okay with that. Um, yeah, that should be fine. 0.85 degrees or whatever. If you don't have a digital leveler gauge, you can use like the traditional style, those beam. I'm not sure on what you call it. The beam bars that have the bubbles inside, and if the bubble is closer in the middle, and then you're okay. If you want to use the ones that have the bubbles inside to check the level on the vehicle, it's the ones that I think that carpenters use, or any home improvement guys use for checking the level of things. I will post the link in the description if you guys, if you want one of these. I'll put it in the description. And so we're just going to continue off to check the level. Typically, you just want a thin and steady stream when you are checking the differential level, and the the fluid is supposed to line up on the top of the fill plug. So it's hard to explain here because I don't have that much working room, but I'll see if I can find a picture. Usually Honda shows an illustration or diagram on where the level is supposed to be when you are checking the differential fluid. So I'm just going to remove the fill plug, and you should be getting like a steady stream. I think this is okay. So we're good. It's a thin and steady trickle or stream, so that's good. So I'm just going to close it up now, and then that should be it for this one. I'll put the torque specs for the fill plug. So this one I'm just tightening it up down snug, and then you should be okay. The housing is aluminum, so you don't want to over tighten it. I'm just going to tighten down the plug. That should be good. Going to wash down the area. It should be all good to go. I saw some like gasket material from the manufacturer. Uh, Sometimes they come off. This is just the silicone gasket that's just on the outside of the diff when they assemble these. So it's not anything to worry about. So I'm all done now. I'm just going to clean up and remove all of my stuff out of here. Just showing you on what I have underneath the vehicle. Still a slight amount of fluid left. I have about maybe 200, 300, maybe 300 or 400 milliliters left over in the bottle. So you'll have a little bit, a tiny bit left, but that's it. This is the syringe I was using earlier. I can't really show, I couldn't show it everything underneath the vehicle. So this is the syringe that I'm using to suck out the fluid. It's just it's a very simple design. I think it's spring loaded. You suck the fluid out, and then you push the handle down. You push the handle down to fill the fluid up, and then that's it. So that's it for this one. If you found this video helpful and you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a like, and please consider subscribing to my channel if you're not already a subscriber, and please don't forget to hit that bell notification if you haven't done so, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good day and take care.